Today we are going to talk about artificial neural networks or ANN. But before we get into that, we'll have to talk about artificial intelligence or AI. Artificial intelligence is the intelligence exhibited by machines which mimics human intelligence. The difference between real intelligence and artificial intelligence is that artificial intelligence is based on data and algorithms. Artificial intelligence mimics cognitive behaviors such as learning, thinking, problem solving and decision making, which are usually attributed to humans. Artificial intelligence changes the way we interact with technology. It gives machines the ability to solve tasks that require human-like intelligence. Now let's explore the relationship between artificial intelligence, machine learning and deep learning. Machine learning is a method to achieve artificial intelligence using software models that learn by identifying patterns in large data sets. Deep learning takes it a step further by utilizing complex computational units called nodes to identify complex patterns in data. So deep learning is a subset of machine learning and it utilizes complex interconnected computation nodes to process information. So this structure crafted by scientists mimics the human nervous system and is called artificial neural network or ANN. So ANN mimics the biological human neurons structure and function. This synergy between biology and technology has driven various innovations through many fields. So now let's delve into the relationship between biological neurons and artificial neural networks. Biological neurons have dendrites for input, a cell body for processing, and axon terminals for output. ANN mimics this structure by having artificial neurons or nodes which are organized in layers, input, hidden and output. And as similar to biological neurons, they also have weightages which they use to learn from data and make intelligent decisions. So similar to a biological neuron, a perceptron is a single neuron model which serves as a predecessor to larger neural networks. So in a simple neuron model, the input array or the input layer is an array of data. The hidden layers extract features by performing mathematical operations and the output layer shows the results. So in the most simplest network consists of a single neuron of the hidden layer which can show the output. Each layer consists of a row of neurons and each network can have multiple layers. So now let's take a look at how artificial neural networks work. For that, let's construct a neural network that can differentiate shapes, circles, squares and triangles. So for that, let's consider a circle composed of 28 by 28 pixels totaling to 784 pixels. These pixels are fed as inputs to the input layer, where the empty pixels have a value of 0, partially filled pixels have a value between 0 and 1, and fully filled pixels have a value of 1. So each pixel is fed into the input of the input layer. Each layer is connected to the next layer through channels. Each channel is assigned a numerical value called weights. These weights determine the influence and importance of each connection, which help the ANN to learn and make important decisions from the data. So each input value is multiplied with its corresponding weight and they are added together and known as the input sum. You can see in the example shown over here. So the input sum is passed on to a neuron in the hidden layer. Each hidden layer neuron has a numerical value called bias. This bias is added to the input sum. This value is passed on to the activation function. The activation function is what determines if a neuron is to be activated or not. If a certain neuron is activated, it will pass on information to the next layer. In this manner, information is propagated through the network. This is called forward propagation. The output is determined by applying the activation function to the output layer. The neuron in the output layer, which has the highest probability, delivers the output. this output may be incorrect due to a lack of training. So what's this training? Training consists of the input set, comparing the predicted output to the actual output to determine errors, and adjusting the weights by back propagation. Forward propagation and backward propagation are done iteratively to refine the model until it can accurately predict the shape. Only then can this model be used to predict unseen shapes in the future. Let's sum it up. We discussed the relationship between artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. We discussed the relationship between biological neurons and artificial neural networks. We talked about the perceptron and a single neural network. And then we learned how an artificial neural network works by looking at a model which can differentiate shapes. And we went through the high-level training process of an artificial neural network. PricewaterhouseCoopers once commented on artificial neural networks, saying that the unparalleled combination of human and machine is going to be the new normal in the workforce of the future. Thank you.